Hey, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about what is the ketogenic diet and what is the ketogenesis. So let's understand about the ketogenic diet. Basically, the ketogenic diet contains a higher amount of the fat in the diet, while the 15% protein and basically the 0 calorie come from the carbohydrates. So the zero carbohydrates. Remember, in this way, the higher fat mean the basically on the basis of the calorie that depend on the calorie. For example, the 2000 calorie contain a more fat, while the basically is the low in the form of protein, while the zero carbohydrate. This is the ketogenic diet. But the ketogenic diet should be healthy, not the bad fat. It means the not synthetic fat which they are manufactured in the industry, but the natural fat. Natural fat can be a desi ghee, or basically on the other hand the olive oil, or on the other hand the another type of the coconut oil, which that is important and which that contain a rich amount of the vitamin, that is fat soluble vitamin, and which that provide the nutrient in our body as a micronutrient to keep the healthy body. This is the important thing you should need to understand. But remember about that, this thing is important. But the basically ketogenic diet buffer the insulin. How it is possible? It spikes the insulin, but very less as compared to the carbohydrate consumption or Atkins diet. How? Basically, whenever you will intake too much fat, so fat will buffer the insulin. Even the spike very minor level due to the GIP release from your digestive system to target to the pancreas to spike the insulin, and already present the glucose in your blood will drain into the tissue before the digestion of this fat and these things. But it will buffer, it will decrease, not spike. So this is important thing. In this way, the ketogenic diet increase the growth hormone due to the buffering of the insulin. Whenever the buffer insulin will lead to increase the growth hormone. So when growth hormone will spike due to the ketogenic diet, in this way, the already fat which that stored in your body will burn. So the burn out fat too much. And in this way, this fat will lipolysis to produce more fat. That lipolysis means the breakdown of the fat to produce free fatty acid and glycerol in the blood, and that free fatty acid go into the liver and to produce more and more cholesterol, and that cholesterol is used for the synthesis of the testosterone, estrogen, and on the other hand cholesterol is important for our body, and the extra cholesterol will be excreted from bile. Anyhow, this is basically the important things, and in this the ketogenic diet is important regulator of the growth hormone. The ketogenic diet spike the growth hormone while down regulate the insulin level, and in this way basically the GLUT channel will not open, the glucose will not use too much, while the IGF will spike, the IGF-1, insulin like growth factor 1, which that target to the liver, and basically it increase in the liver and hepatocyte due to the growth hormone spike. When growth hormone spike, increase the insulin like growth factor 1, and that insulin like growth factor 1 increase the glycogenesis, and this is the anabolic but not work like a insulin, and this we can solve the problem from the buffering of the insulin, and in this way the growth hormone will grow your body, your muscle, your bone, your brain, your fat lose, even the metabolism improve. While the ketogenic diet should be healthy and contain all fat soluble vitamin. So in this way, whenever you will on the ketogenic diet, you should don't consume carbohydrate as a snacking. So in this way, the ketogenic diet work properly. The ketogenic diet is very sensitive. Whenever you will eat the carbohydrates, your ketogenic diet will disrupt, and you will lose the basically time for the spending the ketogenic diet. In this way, the ketogenic diet basically improve the growth of your body, growth of your muscle, lose the fat, even the normal health of your body. Even already if you are insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes mellitus, so the ketogenic diet work properly and buffer the insulin, not glucose metabolism will occur. So in this way, your body will tired first days, basically tired in a month even. So in this way, the ketogenic diet also trigger the ketones production, is known as the ketogenesis. And the ketones is basically three carbon containing molecule, and which that basically are lighter than the glucose and easy to consume in the mitochondria in the brain. So our brain prefer the ketones for produce more ATP efficiently, and in this the ketones produce more ATP. And in this way, basically the ketogenic diet basically improve the brain function and basically also spike the ketones, and extra ketones will excrete from the urine and produce more ketone, more burn fat. In this way, you will quickly lose the fat, you will quickly lose the weight even, and grow the muscle. And in this way, your muscle will grow more. On the other hand, important thing you should need to understand, which that is the ketogenic diet also spike the testosterone, because the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid containing healthy ketogenic diet, which that also spike the testosterone. Why? Because increase the cholesterol, and this cholesterol basically will go into the testes to produce more testosterone, and for female more estrogen. In this way, you will look more masculine or feminine if you are a female or male, so depending on the gender. So in this way, the overall health will improve due to the basically increase the growth hormone and increase the testosterone, will improve the muscle growth, improve the skin, and improve your hairs, and improve your beards, etc. And you can grow yourself easily. So I hope you make sense about that. This is the benefit of the ketogenesis. The benefit of the ketogenic diet is the ketogenesis, production of ketones, lose fat, lipolysis, and the glucose metabolism maintain. On the other hand, the buffering of the insulin, increase the growth hormone, and on the other hand, maintain and store the vitamin, because the vitamin is a fat soluble vitamin, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin A, which that basically store for the normal metabolism. In this way, the vitamin is important for the health of the mitochondria, health of your tissue, health of your muscle, even health of the nervous system, and the basically important. The ketogenic diet with the micronutrient like green vegetable is too much important, because the green vegetable provide the micronutrient. All essential micronutrient is very important for the normal metabolism of our body. So in this, the magnesium, potassium, sodium, calcium, and on the other hand, the copper, which that is come from the green vegetable easily, and which that consume. And even on the other hand, if you want to get the iron, so the iron rich food like liver and in the form of heart, on the other hand, the bone marrow, which that also contain iron, and which that is trigger the more iron. On the other hand, if you want to get the iron, so you can intake the spinach, which that improves your health. I hope you make sense about that. So the ketogenic diet is very important, and this is the ketogenic diet. And this ketogenic diet required the adaptation. If you will not adopt the ketogenic diet, and you can miss the day, basically you can sometime you can intake more carbohydrate, which that will lead to cause problem and stop the ketogenesis process. So it is very sensitive diet, which that basically trigger the certain type of hormone and steroid for normal physiology of your body, even the normal metabolism of your body, and buffer the insulin. And the ketones also important for the diabetic person, and in this way that type 2 diabetes mellitus will be dropped even, and the insulin resistance will be reversed, and on the other hand, the aging will reverse, and you will live more longer as compared to the normal person. So in this way, your body health improve, your lifespan increase, your metabolism increase, your fat loss increase, muscle gain increase, and your brain function and dementia problem or the brain fog or memory loss will reverse. Even the neurogenesis will improve. And in this way, the damaging of the body will decrease due to the glucose and trigger more oxidative stress on the other hand, while the ketones, lighter molecule, and ketones itself is an antioxidant which that provide the antioxidation reaction and decrease the reactive oxygen species. I hope you make sense about that. This is the major reason the ketogenic diet is too much important for our life, and the ketogenic diet will clear the all type of disease which that is occurring after the birth. So for example, like the arteriosclerosis, and on the other hand, basically a lot more problem, depression disorder, and the bipolar disorder, and the multiple sclerosis, on the other hand, the Crohn's disease, and the digestive problem, which that all things will be clear. And you should intake the green vegetable with a ketogenic diet, which that is important because the fiber containing food is too much important. So the ketogenic diet is not contain too much fiber, so you should intake too much salad for increase the fiber requirement for the bowel movement. In this way your digestive system will be improved. I hope you make sense about that. This is the whole story of the ketogenic diet, and this is a ketosis which that will lead to increase the ketones, which that is the alternate of the glucose. So this is provide the energy, and the ketones produced from the fat, which that stored fat, which that convert into the ketones by the processes we will not understand again. So in this way, again basically the more production of the ketones from the stored fat. Even in this way, the glycogen stored will remain stored, while the ketones will use as a fuel. On the other hand, the glucose, which that metabolized very low due to the buffer of the insulin. So you are remaining buffering of the insulin throughout the ketogenic diet, and basically it should be a life longer. So don't do the ketogenic diet for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. It should require the 2 to 3 years for adaptation. Whenever the ketogenic adaptation will occur, the ketogenic adaptation and ketogenesis adaptation will occur. So again reverse the ketogenic adaptation after the quitting of the ketogenic diet and fasting. So you can reverse quickly as compared to the first time. So I hope you make sense about that. This is the ketogenic adaptation, the ketogenesis adaptation. And this is the ketogenic diet which that whole change the body and whole change your physiology. Even you will run on the ketones as compared to the glucose, so rather than the glucose. And in this way, the glucose basically use very less, while the ketones use more. I hope you make sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. I am also making a handwritten tutorial about the biomedical science, and I will upload more whenever I will get the time for availability. So time availability is very important. So I will upload more handwritten tutorial for understanding the biogenesis, understanding of the metabolism, understanding of the ketogenesis, and a lot more things. I hope you make sense about that. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.